We're here with Dave and Estée DeFair, the owners of Davaste Vinyards, which is up in Troutman, just north of Mooresville.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us your story. How did you get started? How did you come about opening up a vineyard? And you're, I should say, the only vineyard in this
We're
County.
the only winery actually in Ardell County. There's a few other vineyards.
Okay.
But basically, we moved down here from Canada 18 years ago with the furniture business. When the furniture business went south or overseas, it was either move back to Canada or do something else. And we did some research and realized that the vineyard winery business was thriving in North Carolina. And we've always had an interest in visiting wineries, and I love working outdoors. So after attending some courses and visiting a lot of other vineyards, we decided to take the plunge 6 years ago. Bought some property near Troutman and planted the vineyard in 2005, did the winery in 2006, and just last year we finished the tasting room. So we were open to the public last year.
Now, how much research did you have to do? Did you go test soil in different places? I know my aunt and uncle started the vineyard business down on the North Fork of Long Island years and years ago, and they did a lot of research. And you know, potatoes had been grown there, and now it's big wine country. So, how hard is it to figure out where the right place is to plant grapes if it hasn't been a big wine region in the past?
It takes a little bit of research and also some expert advice. I was attending Surrey Community College, which has an excellent viticulture program, and I had my prof and also the state agent for viticulture come and check out about 4 different sites, and the site near Troutman they deemed to be very suitable. It's a rolling hillside, which is important for good drainage, and we did soil tests and found out that our soil and topography is very similar to the Yadkin Valley, which has proven to be a good location.
And which grapes do you actually grow on the vineyard, and then you supplement with some grapes from other locations, is that correct?
Right. Since it's a new vineyard, actually the first 3 vintages, most of our grapes were purchased. This, in fact, upcoming harvest will be our first significant harvest with our own grapes. We're growing 5 different red grapes, Chambourcin, Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Franc, what did I miss? Cabernet Sauvignon. And on the whites, we're growing Chardonnay, Viognier, and a little-known variety called Ricazzatelli.
Oh, wow. I've heard that one before.
Is that typically blended?
Yes, although it does produce a good varietal, a dry wine. It's actually the most widely grown grape in southern Russia, which happens to be where my parents were born. And my grandfather, I'm told, had a model vineyard, and I'm sure he grew Ricazzatelli.
So it's in the blood.
It's in the blood, yeah.
Now, how big is your vineyard? And describe for someone the topography, like you said, how the setup is. And I mean, I've been there; it's gorgeous.
It's a 4-acre vineyard, and we have 52 acres in total. The bulk of that acreage we plan is now in woods, and we plan to keep it that way. We have 2 creeks running through the property, and we're developing hiking trails. We have a beautiful pond. And so we're really trying to encourage people to enjoy the outdoors. We have a patio. We have an outdoor stage for outdoor concerts, which we've now had 3, and they've been quite successful. We're trying to do an outdoor concert at least once a month, possibly more than that. And so it's
a beautiful spot, sitting on the patio and looking out over the pond. It's really lovely, and the wine tastings are terrific as well. You can go and taste several wines. I know I've tasted them and bought some. I really liked the Viognier. It was very good.
I like the Chardonnay.
There you go.
The other thing too is once you go into the wine tasting area, into the tasting room, you have artwork on the wall. So tell us a little bit about the artwork, because I found that fascinating, because it's local artists, and they.
Yes, on the 52 acres there was a brick house. So we have our own home. We didn't need it to live in, so we turned it into an art studio. And I have 9 artists that work there every week on Tuesdays. and their art hangs on the wall in the tasting room. So we're pairing art with the wine, and so when you come for a tasting, you have as a backdrop the art from
Which
from
we've
our
got
artists.
a picture right behind you as our backdrop here for
Yeah,
our
it's
interview.
very pretty.
Yes, and we also use the art on the label. So the artists work towards that.
So on these labels here is some of the artwork.
Yes, this is our first label, and this was kind of the dream painting that I did because we didn't know what anything was going to look like yet.
okay.
Because, and then the tree is the ombu tree that
Which is the one behind you.
Yes.
Okay.
And I drew that when I was in Argentina. We went there to visit my family that's from Argentina, and then we visited the vineyards in the Mendoza area. And then this recent painting is Susan D'Amico. She's one of the 9 artists that work at the studio on the property. And she did a deco and art series and about 5 or 6 paintings. And this is one of her art and deco series. The artists are very accomplished artists, and they work hard. They do commissions, mostly in watercolor. We have 2 artists that do pastel, and then we all dabble in acrylics and oils.
That's wonderful. Well, I definitely want to tell people about your Thirsty Thursdays from 5 to 8, where people can come relax and enjoy some company and try some of the wines. And then you've also got a coupon on LKNSavings.com for Wednesday through Friday, buy one, get one free wine tasting. And get the souvenir glass with the wine tasting, so that's a fun thing. And then I know you have a lot of different events going up, and we'll make sure all your events on an ongoing basis are on our Lake Norman events calendar on LKNSavings.com. So if anybody's curious about what might be going on, they can go to the website. And
yeah, actually you have one coming up this week. It's the Blue Rosters and Bluegrass Musicians.
That's actually August 22nd.
August 22nd, yeah, that'll be this week.
Okay.
And then you have other events coming up after that. So you can go to the LKNSavings.com calendar and look up the events and just even go just for a Thursday. Go for that's running every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
And I just wanted to say too as well, I mean, we're really lucky to have you in our area, to have something so unique, and you are very involved in a lot of different charity events. I see you at a lot of them myself going, but you've done Food for Friends, you did a Taste of Wine, Rotary Club, you've done some benefit dinners, you've actually got one tonight that you're doing.
Exactly.
But it's great, you're very involved in the community, and I think it's such a great thing that we have. We can have it in a winery with an art gallery right here in our backyard. So thank you so much.
The art is a beautiful backdrop for people that come, book clubs, family reunions.
And it is a great location to do a book club meeting or just
or any kind of big event.
Business meetings.
Weddings, yeah. Great, well thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Nice speaking with you.
Great having you on the show.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.